Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
Your season starts now.
White. Swerve.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come. Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Tiny like a yeah.
Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on?
Kick your season off by starting your first game. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the beginning of a new era for this young man in the pros. Rookie seasons can be notoriously tough for quarterbacks. We'll have to see how seamlessly he can make the jump from college to the next level. It's the Bears going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on over to Houston, as we're proud to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Good luck, fellas.
Larry, it is indeed an honor to be here. Thank you as we welcome the rest of you inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. The partner, the Bears, coming off a 6-10 season. Meanwhile, the Texans, last year AFC South champions, but an ugly wild card round loss. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go!
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump at it.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's got Fuller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's got some space here. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Texans are going to have a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here we go! Brand 38!
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. That goes for a gain of 31.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Luke Wilson. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's second down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Ohio.
They come out here in the eye.
Flex round. Flex round.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big...
And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll drop the throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage?
And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. comes Houston. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch made right side by Wilson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Now back to throw. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Luke Wilson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now out comes Houston. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily.
He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They come out here in the eye. On second down, here's Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Willie Young that wound up getting him down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop him here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying. And now out comes Houston. They're in a good spot. Two-possession game, barely, but a two-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about balls.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be brought. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Miller, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
On 3rd down, Miller shreds the tackle, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8, and that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And there's your dagger right there. I tell you, there's a lot of coaches in the league that would not have gone for it on 4th down. But with a 2-score lead, they roll the dice. Get the 1st down, and that should be enough to salt this one away.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advanced Week to get to your next game. Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Three choices here, all of them impact players. Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player, or do you go after a position of need? This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front, or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? One Steeler's been selected already, and it probably wouldn't be a surprise to see a second go here. Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. These are the rounds you love to see. Some big names to choose from here. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They go play action here on first down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, locked it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down, it's Roethlisberger. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Works over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that physician keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And this one complete to Will Fuller. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now here's Hauppauge. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's complete to Kelsey. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll look to throw. Dumps off to Hauppauge. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Looking to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. On the ground, this is Hauppauge. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They run again here with Hauppauge. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Roy Hauppauge taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nikel Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch and got his man complete. So we have reached halftime. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Roethlisberger will throw. Ertz over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bruce Irvin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. Sammy Coates has it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that wind at his back that time may have just given it the juice that it needed for 3.
And I tell you, everything had to be perfect here. Good snap, good hold. He's got to drive it low and hope. Like you say, it gets a little help from the wind. And wow, it does just sneak over the bar.
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Give him 3 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Back now here on EA Sports. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brought in left side by Snead. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now a play fake here on first down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Here we go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Silver Salenga continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long third and goal. Now a carry here for Halou. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Roethlisberger. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. Ben to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. Now dead hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cavell Connor getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback, always.
How about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you set... Oh, and that's a key upgrade right there. He's versatile, athletic, and a big upgrade over what they had. I'll tell you right now, you won't go wrong adding any of these guys to your team. Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who could help you up front? It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside. Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need?
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now a play fake. Breeze rolling to his right. That's complete right around the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
His throw caught at about the 5. It'll be a gain of 11, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
To throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Fuller from 4 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now Josh Scobie to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A first down throw for Mariota. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Jared Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins. 3 yards remaining here on second down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's fourth down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On the keeper, it's Breeze. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. Surveying the field. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, Breeze. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sean Lee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Breeze on third down. He's got Fuller. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Breeze. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And quickly they get to the line. Now Breeze again. flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Doug Baldwin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This fielded at the 2. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, Mariota. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first down throw for Mariota. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down, and the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports half.